निकाला था कि यहाँ पर जो
So we'll wait one more minute and we'll start. Okay, guys, so welcome again on the second day of our training, of our Creatio AI training. So what we're going to do today. So in the first part, I will explain you a little bit more about our machine learning models. I will briefly describe all of the types of the models we have currently available in Creatio. And that will take, I believe, less than 1 hour. Then we'll do a break and we'll start creating our first Creatio AI skill. I will explain you a little bit more about this. And tomorrow we'll continue to upgrade our skill. And tomorrow also we will create our AI agent. So that is the brief plan for today. All right. So yesterday we were talking about our lead scoring, right? So we were talking about this, how we can set it up. So we need to choose which records are considered as successful, which columns and this prediction depends on, and also which data should be included in the training dataset. But that was our predictive scoring, right? So we could predict what is the possibility of the particular record or particular lead to reach stages satisfied or hand off to sales, right? So we could predict what is the possibility for this particular one. But today also we'll talk about another type. Just give me a second, I need to switch it in my notes. Okay, it will be about numeric prediction, right? So as you can see from all of the types, we have our predictive scoring, where we can get the score and score of probability of reaching to, for example, the particular stage, but also we can predict numbers, right? That is the numeric prediction. I will create one example just to create this one, and let's say it will be an opportunity. All right, let's go to the next. So how it is different from predictive scoring? So here we'll be not predicting what is the percentage, what is the possibility of reaching the particular, for example, stage. Here we'll be predicting a number, right? Here we'll be predicting a number. So which is an object of opportunity. And here in the first setting, I can choose what value should be predicted. So let's say I would like to predict budget, all right? So in numeric prediction, we can predict the numbers, like for example, budget. So in that case, I will be predicting my budget. And as you can see, Creatio automatically choose budget column to save the prediction result. So all the other rules are exactly the same. So in which columns does the predicted value depends on, I can add some columns based on which the prediction will be done, right? So for example, regarding the budget, I can also add some columns like the account type, account industry, for example, the number of purchased products, and so on. So here again, we'll be setting up all the columns which will be deciding about this, what could be the potential budget for this particular record. And of course, in which record should be included in the training dataset. We are setting up the filters for our training for the records. And Creatio automatically set up this column as the column for saving our prediction results, right? So here in your future projects, if you will be using it, you can decide whether you would like to save it in this particular budget, or maybe you would like to create another column like a predicted budget, right? So in a real case scenario, probably we'll be choosing that second option with creating a new column for the predictions. So then our users can have like a clear view and two different fields. This is the actual budget, and this is predicted budget. All right. So depending on your solution, you can choose from these two options. So it is not very different from the predictive scoring. So I hope this one is easy to understand. So in predictive scoring, we were predicting the possibility in, we can say, percentage. What is the possibility of reaching to the particular stage, for example? And here we are predicting numbers, right? So we can predict, for example, spent amounts or so on. Okay, so um, in that case, I believe that we can move on to another type. So I can even cancel this one. And let's go to the lookup prediction. So we know already what predictive scoring is, how similar it is to numeric prediction. And now let's talk about the lookup prediction. Let me run maybe this one, case priority prediction. That is our lookup prediction. So here it will be also quite similar to the previous types. However, this time we're not predicting numbers or a particular score or percentage. We'll be predicting the lookup choice, right? So here for this particular one, we'll be predicting priority, okay? Priority of the particular case, depending on the account category, description, and account industry. So in priority, we have some lookup values, right? Let me maybe also try to run it, or unfortunately, I will be not able to open it in a new tab. But anyway, priority is a lookup, so we can have like a different priorities, right? The low priority and high priority. So in that case, our machine learning model, depending on the account category, description, and account industry, will be trying to predict to which priority we should set up for the particular case. So in this particular model, we'll be doing this, we can say automatically. I mean, the prediction will be saved in priority column. However, as with the previous example, depending on your case, you can create a new column just for prediction. So this particular example is an example where in case if our model will have like a very high accuracy, for example, like 95%. In that case, I believe it will be even very safe to just put the information about the priority, the predicted priority, in the priority column. So this one is also, I believe, quite simple to understand. Instead of predicting the numbers, we are just predicting the particular lookup. Of course, it is also working very well for some categorization, for example. Let me just check if we have any example. So we have something related to case assigned group. Okay, where is it on the screen? Here it is. Case assigned group prediction. So this model is also a lookup prediction, and it will be assigning the particular case to the particular group based on description. So that is a really cool feature, as then we don't need to manually assign the particular groups, right? Depending on the description of our case, the assignees group will be assigned automatically, right? Using this particular model. So for this example, the expected accuracy is not very high. However, if we'll do the proper training, then I believe it become like very useful tool. So as you can see, you can use it for the particular, we can say, categorization of the cases, or even like the account categorization, or even context categorization, and so on. That is another way how we can use the lookup prediction. All right, so in that case, we will go to, let me just check if we can do the other one. So let's talk a little bit about the recommendation, right? About the recommendation. So let me just find the recommendation here. Right, and guys, just give me a second because I have some notes for each particular model, as I just don't want to miss any information to let you know. Okay, so let's go to this one. Okay, so this another type, recommendation, and it is a little bit more advanced and different from the previous ones. So how does it work? That is also a very good example, as we can recommend some particular products to the particular contacts, right? So yesterday I was talking about this kind of example where we have, for example, a customer like a kid at age 10. And usually kids at age 10 are choosing ice creams with, let's say, strawberry and chocolate flavored, right? Whenever we'll check what customers like at age 40 are buying, we'll see that they are buying, I don't know, let's say a peach flavors, right? So we can also train our model with the type recommendation to predict what this particular person will buy, right? That is the recommendation. Of course, in this case, we have the product recommendation. However, it can be used also in different cases. But on this particular example, I believe it will be easiest to understand this. So here we need to, first of all, set up the recommendation dependency, right? So in the recommendation dependency, we'll be choosing our opportunity product, right? As each opportunity has some products. Let me just check if I will be able. No, I will be not able. Okay, let's leave it this way. So each opportunity has some products, right? So here we need to choose what will be this recommendation dependency. Then we need to choose to which subject we'll be recommending it, right? It can be our contact, it can be account, and so on. However, please have a look that here I'm not choosing contact itself, right? Or account itself. I need to choose it from our opportunity object, right? Because unfortunately, when we'll choose here contact or, for example, account, there will be no any connection between our product and this particular contact, right? So here we need to assign it from the particular object, right? So in that case, we'll be connecting opportunity to the contact. Then this model will know, okay, so in this opportunity, I had this particular contact, right? So then we'll be connecting it in this way. And whenever here we'll have opportunity product, it will be also connected. So here we are not choosing product itself, right? We're just choosing what will be this dependency. Then we're choosing the recommended object. So we can say that we are just choosing the database of this what we would like to recommend. So in our case, it's product, right? In case if we'll have an object with flavors of our ice creams, we'll say, hey, hey, machine learning model, here you have a list of all the flavors which we would like to predict, right? So here we're choosing the recommended object. And then also we have the quantity, right? Which is recommendation dependency column. So that will be also very important because we'll know because the model will know how many products of this particular product this particular contact purchased, right? So this amount, this quantity is very, very important because thanks to this, we'll see that the particular recommendations will be stronger or not. All right. So in case if somebody is buying, let's say, 20 strawberry ice creams per month, then of course the recommendation will be higher than if somebody is purchasing, for example, only one strawberry ice cream per month. So that's why also we need this particular quantity column here. Okay, so then what next? Which records should be included in the training data set? So that is the regular, we can say, filtering which records we would like to train our model, right? In most cases, it will be like, for example, closed one, and so on. So these opportunities which were successful. And then we need to set up some saving prediction results, all right? So for this particular one, we'll need to create some particular object for this, all right? So the object will be recommended product, which we need to create, all right? So first of all, we need to create any, we can say, place where we can store the information about this particular recommendations, right? And then in this object, we'll have recommended to our contact, right? So we'll be just choosing from the contact recommended object. So it is what we are recommending, all right? And then recommendation score, which will be, we can say, just an information. What is the probability of buying this particular product? Okay. Then we have two other columns which we need to create, but these two columns are, we can say, for, I can call it like the backend of our machine learning model, and it will be not very useful for us. This machine learning model type just need these two columns to save some information, right? Like prediction date and what is the recommendation model. So machine learning model and prediction date, we need to create in our object just for the purposes of this machine learning model. We'll be not using it from, we can say, the user perspective. All right, it needs to be created so this model can save some data there. So mainly we'll be using these particular ones. So as you can see, for this recommendation, we need to create a new object, the new table, where we'll be saving this information about a recommendation, right? So once the object is created, we need to assign what we will be recommending, list of the products, list of the services, and so on, and to who or what will be recommending that, right? So in our particular case, it is contact. Let me also try to show you an example. Let me go to the contacts, right? And let's go to Alice Phillips. Okay. And I believe we have it in sales. Yes. So here in the sales tab in the contacts, we have connected this particular object. So as you can see, we have some particular recommended products. These are the data from this object, recommended product. All right. Of course, defaultly, we added some other columns. However, you have a list of the products and recommendation score. All right, recommendation score. So that's the way. How does it work like practically? So for each contact, we'll have some recommendations, and also we'll see the recommendation score. So let me just go back to our machine learning models and to our recommendation. So in that case, we were just recommending the particular products based on the previous recommendations. All right. So we based everything on the opportunity, and then we were saving all of these recommendations in a new table. All right. So that's the difference. So with the previous machine learning models, we're able to save our predictions in one column. Here we need a new object, new table for storing this information. All right, so in that case, let's move on to another one which has left, which is text similarity. Sorry, I'm just clicking on this one, but I wanted to use a ready example. And let me just find the notes about this particular one. Okay, so your situation looks quite similar. Okay, quite similar to this previous model, to the recommendation. So here we'll be looking for the similarities in the text, right? So here, at first, I need to choose search for similar among objects and search for similar to. So the subject is my case that I have registered and I'm looking for similar case to mine. And an object is when I'm looking for similarities, right? So here, let's say in the subject, let's imagine we have a situation that we have two emails, right? Or we have just one email and we would like to find another email which is similar to this which we have currently, okay? So my email with, let's say, number one, all right? That's my email, and I want to find similar emails to my email number one. So this email number one will be my subject, okay? I have my email, I have my case number one, and I would like to find some similar emails or cases. So that will be my subject. And my object is the place where I'm looking for this similar email, all right? My object is the place where I'm looking for similar cases, right? So subject is this what I have, and I want to find similar in the particular object. At the beginning, I had some issues with, understanding this. However, subject is always this what we have, and I have my email and want to find a similar email. So I will be looking in my object, right? So then what other settings do we have here? Which record should be included in the training data set? Exactly the same. We're just filtering this. Which column does the predicted value depends on? And here we need to apply this and search similar values by these columns. So here we'll be actually defining what will be which columns we should compare, we can say. I believe that the easiest way will be to say what we would like to compare to which, all right? So here usually in most cases we'll have the same columns, all right, because we would like to compare, we can say, two different cases in this particular one. So usually these columns will be the same. So after setting all of these columns here, we will be also creating the new object for this one. And here, before I will start explaining, I will open my application hub, because we have the same names, and unfortunately it is not so clear, so I prefer to show you this. So I will go to my data models. All right, let's come back to machine learning models and our text similarity. So also to save, we can say these predictions, we need to create a new object. In this case, it is similar case. And I have opened this object, similar case. And here, the same as for the other two types of the machine learning model, we need to create these two columns, which are mandatory machine learning model and prediction date. So I have it in my data model, and then we'll be setting up columns. All right. Here, unfortunately, we have the same name for the object and the same name for the column, right? It's called object and similar object. So similar object is, we can say, the other object from which we will be looking for the similarity. But in reality, here in object, we're choosing the data model, the table, where we'll be saving these predictions. And here we'll have a lookup, okay? So in similar object, please have a look that I have, all right, where do I have it? Parent case, similar case, it was this one, exactly. I have my column, which is the lookup, similar case. And in reality, I will be looking for a different cases, okay? So again, that is an object, and these are columns. These are columns. So here I have my subject, that is, we can say, the email which I have right now and want to find similar ones, okay, which is the parent case. And here, similar object, to which emails I would like to look for this, right? So that's why we have this particular column here. So here we'll be just looking through the emails, looking through the cases, okay? And of course, I will be saving the information about our prediction score. So how similar this email is to this one, how similar this case is to another case, right? So also I have it in my object score. So here we'll be just looking for these similarities. Okay, I hope this one is clear. So anyway, there are of course multiple different ways of this, how we can use it. But I hope this one will be clear right now. So again, for some models, we are just saving our predictions in the column. For some models, we need to create a separate table, and then we'll be able to use it in our systems. Okay, so in that case, let me just show you one more information. Show you actually a very useful tool. But I will need to find a case which has some weights already, and I believe that will be lead scoring sales. Okay, so yesterday I showed you how we can train our model, how we can where we can find some information about this particular training and so on, right? Yesterday I showed you only the very simple information that we couldn't train the model because we had an error. However, in case if you will start training your model and the train will be finished, right, with expected accuracy and so on, which you can set up, the reminder is here, right? Quality metric, lower limit. So here we are setting up what is our expectation about the precision of this particular model. So we'll be training this model till it will reach this particular accuracy. But after this training, we'll get some information about this. What is the weight of particular columns? Okay, of the particular columns. So here you will have the list of the columns which you have chosen here. Which column does the predicted value depend on? And small note, in this demo data which we have in our environments, you can have some more columns as it was prepared by our developers. And here in advanced settings, we can include some more, we can say, columns and parameters related to our training. So in this in these examples which we have in our demo data, you could see some more columns here. However, you will see what is the weight of the particular column, which means how it is affecting the result. So you will see that, for example, lead age days has the highest value, right? And then, for example, email is not affecting our prediction so much. But then we'll see some other columns with value 0, like web, business phone, and some other columns. So that is a very useful tool for us, because in that case, if we know that these fields, these particular columns, are not affecting our prediction, we can simply just remove it from our parameters, from our columns. All right? Because in that case, whenever we can think that maybe these particular columns are affecting our prediction, but later on, this trained model will tell us, okay, these particular columns are not affecting our prediction at all. So next time, we can remove this column, and then we can save some time whenever we'll be training our model. So that is very important feedback tool, because then we can just limit this particular time of our training. All right, Gabriel, the text in there, what does it refer to? Let me just find. Okay, so here we don't have it. So honestly, I believe it will be something hidden here, and I will be not able uh, to tell you what, because once I asked exactly the same question, what is the particular parameter, and then I received an information that it was this particular model was created a while ago, and our developers were using some advanced, we can say, functionality. So yeah, I believe that is one of these particular parameters. So that's why we can have it here. But yeah, whenever we'll be creating our own models, then we'll be aware of each column or field based on which it is predicted, right? So let me just check if there is something more I should mention here. All right, so let me also show you the setting, one setting which could be also useful. All right, so regarding the training itself, uh, we have this in advanced settings, we have this minimum training record count, okay, which we can set up separately for each model. However, in the background, we have default setting for all models, which has higher priority. So in case if here we have a minimum training record count 0, the higher priority has the system setting for the minimum number of records for machine learning training. And in case if you would like to modify this default one, let me just show you what is the name of this one. So it is for sure in advanced settings or system settings, sorry. It will be in the system settings. And I hope the name hasn't changed of this lookup from our last update. But let's say I will write machine learning. Okay, we have it. So here you can also find some settings for machine learning models, and we have this default minimum number of records and default maximum number of records, which has higher priority than this what we are choosing in the settings of the model itself. So here I will be able to change it. So as you can see, it is 100. And yesterday we had that situation that we had an error that we cannot train our model because the minimum value is 100, even if in our model we had 0, right? So whenever you would like to change this particular setting, you will be able to find it in the system settings in this particular way. Okay, so I believe that will be all regarding our machine learning models. So do you have any questions to this part?
Not in my side. All good.
Okay. All right, guys. So in that case, what we'll do, before we'll start our AI skill, we'll have a break. Okay. So, Jeff, we are training our models on our own data. So it's in case if, for example, we have our customer base, then we'll be training it on our customer data. All right. So we can say that we are not creating, we can say, a shared models. All right. These models which we have in demo data were trained on our internal demo data created by, I believe, somebody, right? So we never train like on somebody's, we can say, data. And in case if we are feeding our customer data, we'll be not internally doing any anonymization, we can say. So in case if you have your own customer database, it will be trained on your customer database. And there is no any other, we can say, functionality that will be doing some anonymization of these customers. However, for sure, it is not. We're not connecting any others, we can say, data and so on. So when you're creating your own data model, you're using your own data, and it is not going any elsewhere. So I hope, Jeff, that was the thing you were asking for. Right, Jeff? Can you? Okay. Yes, definitely, definitely. We're not sharing it. You're only always working on your own data, and we're not sharing it somehow. So there is no even this kind of possibility. So each, we can say, database environment and so on, and is based on your own server or this what you're choosing. So yeah, it is for sure very, very safe. Okay, guys, do we have any other questions? So in that case, let's have a 10 minutes break and then we'll start topic of our skills and so on. So let's have a 10 minutes break. Okay, so let's come back from the break. Let's just run the poll. So in case you came back from the break, please let me know in the poll and we'll start soon. Okay, we'll wait 1 more minute past because I can see like not everybody came back from the break. Okay, I believe that will continue. So now we'll be jumping to the topic of Creatio AI skills and so on. That is also a topic of large language models. Okay, so just a little bit more explanation on this. How does it work with some example? So let me just show you this particular example. In case if we would like to predict a particular word, okay? So we can say that we have a sentence, Charles the Fourth was a, and we can have some particular answers, right? We need to choose a particular word. So English is nearly like 500,000 words. So of course we can predict a particular word. So large language model from all of these words will be of course trying to predict if it is of course trained and so on. and we'll be getting the particular, we can say, weights, right? Weights with the particular words. So as you can see, we have an answer that Charles was a fork, which is not very probable. Or it was Czech, which is where we have higher probability. And also the closest one, which is king, right? So even if a large language model is like predicting words and so on, it is of course based on this particular weight. However, it is extremely, extremely advanced. And it has a lot of layers, which we were talking about yesterday. Let me just check if I have it on the slide. Okay, not this one. Yes, layers. Yesterday I showed you the slide where we had our input and we had our output. So for neural network, we have a lot of these layers here, all right? It's hundreds of millions of parameters and so on. And each of this tiny dot here can be both input and output layer. So we're talking about extremely, extremely advanced, we can say, construction. All right, that's why it is called a neural network as our brains, because still, even if we have a lot of research about brain right now, still it is so complicated, and it has so many neurons that we still don't know how exactly does it work. And in this case, that is actually the better picture, which is showing you how many layers we can have there. So, of course, each of this tiny point has its unique, we can say, unique point, or I don't know even how to call it. However, it has each unique value. Exactly, that is the word which I was missing. So here we'll have the particular numeric representation of each particular word, but also that depends on the meaning, right? Because we can have the same word like bank, but it can mean something different. So it has a particular value for this particular meaning, right? So that is something what is typical for our large language models. So in that case, let's look into our environments, in case if you are not logged in, as I would like to show you how does it work, but just give me a second, I will go here. Okay, so now let's find out one of the predefined, we can say, skills which we have in Creatio. It will be about a text rewrite. So you can follow after me and you can go to the cases section. So on the left side, please go to the cases section. Let's go to the cases. And then in the cases section, let's open case with number 38. Okay, let's open the case with number 38. 38. So then let's go to general info of our case 38. And we'll have our description. So at first what we'll do, in the top right corner, we'll open our Creatio AI chat. Creatio AI chat. So in the top right corner, please click on AI logo and let's agree on terms and conditions. And that is our chat window. So in this chat window, of course, we can type the particular messages to our AI, but also we can come back to our chats if we have any. We can create a new chat. So here we can manage our conversations with AI. After accepting this term and conditions, please select description. Okay, please select description. So this description field is a rich text. And here in Creatio for rich text, whenever we'll select a particular text, we'll see this kind of small icon with stars. Okay, when we'll click on this one, we'll be able to use one of the AI skills. All right, so let's say I would like to rewrite this particular text to the formal one. So let me just click formal and just give it a little bit of time. And now we'll see the new information in our chat. So we used some kind of shortcut to call our rewrite skill. Okay, and here we wrote a message: rewrite the following text and make it more formal. Yes, this one consumes credits. Yeah, tomorrow I will tell you a little bit more about this, how we are using tokens. But yes, these particular actions are using tokens, and our demo environments also we have some limits with tokens, but for the training purposes, it should be fine. But each, we can say, conversation with our AI is consuming tokens. So tomorrow I will give you some more information about the tokens usage. Okay, so here, as you can see, we rewrote this particular text, and of course we have an answer from our AI agent. So in that case, if we are a user, we can just copy and paste it directly here. Of course, there will be some more advanced ways to use it, which we'll do today or maybe more tomorrow related to advanced usage. But that is basically how we can use this kind of simple text rewrite. So now we'll create our own skill. Okay, today we'll create the first one. It will be a very simple one, which will be analyzing some feedback. So in that case, let me just check. Okay, where do we have it? All right. So let's go to our Creatio AI skills. Creatio AI skills. And here, before we'll start building it, let me just explain what exactly do we have here. So each skill, whenever we'll click on any of them, has a particular setting. So of course we have a title of our skill, we have the code of the skill, we have a status, whether the skill is active in development or deactivated, what is the usage mode, if that is chat or API. So in chat, of course, we'll be using it in our Creatio AI chat mode. But in case if we'll choose API, then we can use it also in a business processes. Okay. Tomorrow I will be showing you some examples, but Let me also show you this here right now. So whenever we are creating a business process, we are able also to use call Creatio AI element. Okay, call Creatio AI. So in case if any of our skills has an API mode, then we'll see this on this particular list. So as you can see, I can see only some of the skills, as most of them are in a chat mode. So in case if you will need to use the particular Creatio AI skill, you will be able to choose it from here whenever it will be in our API mode. Okay, so then we can also force to use the particular AI model, right? So we have choice of the GPT models, and whenever we'll be not using one, we'll be whenever we'll be not choosing any of them, we'll be using our Creatio hosted model. And then we have some particular settings. So let me just grab them all together. So at first, we have our description, and description is very important for our usage, as depending on this, what kind of prompt we'll be writing in our chat mode. Right, I can see the question. The default model, I'm not 100% sure. I will need to confirm this. I believe it will be GPT 4.1 mini, but that can depend on the case. Okay, that can depend on the case. However, for tomorrow, I can just get this answer, as I'm not 100% sure what is at the back end of this. So just give me a second. I will make a note about this question, as that can depend on the particular skill. And I'm not sure if we are using exactly the same one for all of the skills, because it can be different. Okay. All right. So for tomorrow, I will confirm what is the one, and if we are using exactly the same one for each particular skill. Okay. So. Yes, please. I don't think so, Gabrielle, but I will confirm this. I don't think so, because we are counting the characters which we are receiving in the particular answer. So I don't think so. The consumption is different, but I will confirm this. But for 95%, consumption is exactly the same. But we'll still confirm this. Let me just make a note. Tokens. All right. Okay, so for tomorrow we'll get an answers for this. Okay, so here in the description, which is very important for AI, we need to describe what this particular skill will be doing. So in this case, maybe let's take the example of text rewrite. Okay, we are using the formal one. So yeah, here in the description, we'll see that the particular skill will be assisting in rewriting any text to make it more formal. And this one is very important because whenever we'll write a prompt in our chat, then based on the description, AI will be choosing the particular skill which to use. Okay, so thanks to the description, we'll be able to use the particular skill. So then in important notes and guides, we will see some recommendations from Creatio about this, how we should write the particular AI skill, right? So that is just a manual, and it will be good to follow it whenever you will be creating your own skills. And then we'll have the particular prompt itself. Okay, what we supposed to do. So here we can see like the prompt act as a paraphrasing tool, rewrite the given text to improve it and make it formal and professional while maintaining the original meaning. All lines that start from sender or subject should be removed from the output. All lines that start from sender and subject should be ignored. Use brief, professional formal tone. Avoid jargon. Use synonyms or paraphrasing to avoid repetition or redundancy. If you cannot rewrite the text or the text does not make sense, then respond with the same text. So here we are just writing our prompt, which we can also call as a pre-prompt, right? And then in our action list, we'll be able to create some almost like a business processes. Here we'll be just creating some additional, we can say, processes for our skills. In case if it will be impossible for AI to, for example, retrieve some data, or we would like to do the particular action exactly in a particular way. In that way, we will be able to add some actions, and we'll use a business process designer, exactly the same one for creating it. So tomorrow we have it in the plans to use it. Also, we can attach some files here. So with some additional instructions, some documents. For example, if we'll have some examples of the text, we can also attach this here, and AI will be also processing this particular files. So that is also possible. And then we have our permissions to execute. So each skill is using tokens. So in case if we don't want to let our users to use the skills accidentally, we can limit these permissions only to the users who really need this particular skill. So for example, if we'll have a skill related to the invoices, preparing some examples or so on, some drafts, in that case, we can limit this particular skill only to our accounting department. So thanks to our roles, we'll be able to also use it here. Okay, so in that case, what we'll do, we'll need to open also, to create our skill, we'll also need to open the file from our shared folder. So let me just share again link in the chat. Right, let me share it here. And in our folder, we have the skills file, right? Skills file. So please open this one. As we will need this first part for the feedback tone analysis. So after opening this particular file, let's create our first skill. So in our Creatio AI skills, let's click New. Let's click New. And here we'll be using some information from this particular skill. So we'll create a skill which will be analyzing the feedback tone for our cases. So let's call this particular skill feedback analysis. Feedback tone analysis. That will be the name of our skill. And we'll leave status as active. And we'll leave our usage mode as chat. And we don't need to choose any model here. Okay, so then from our file, let's copy our description. Analysis of the feedback tone in a case. Analysis of the feedback tone in a case. Let's copy this one and let's paste it here. Analysis of the feedback tone in a case. We can, of course, hide our important notes and guides. And then in the prompt, of course, we'll have this kind of template which we can use whenever we are creating our own skills. However, this one we can remove. And here we'll be pasting this particular part. So let's paste it from row number 7 till row number 9. Let's copy this one. Your task is to read in feedback notes field of a case and analyze its tone. Identify whether it is friendly, devastated, neutral, or any other tone you perceive, and provide reasoning for your analysis. Follow these steps to complete the task. Okay. Let's use this one. And here I will need one more link for explanations, but just give me a second. I will find this. Okay. All right. So probably you see this kind of element here, like retrieve entity contextual data action. So for AI, we also have the particular system actions. Let me just copy and paste this link in the chat. So Here in this article in our Croatia Academy Guides, you can find the list of actions which you can use for the AI depending on the need. So here we'll be using the retrieve entity contextual data. So we'll be just reading this, what user has open currently, right? So also we have the other actions, like for example, a global search. So in search entities, we'll be using a global search. So depending on this, what your skill should do, there may be a need of using one of these particular actions. So here in the guides, you can find a list of them. So that's why here we'll be using this retrieve entity contextual data action. So here we'll be using only information from feedback notes column. So as you can see, we can describe which fields we should use for AI. So that will be our skill. Okay. And then every time we're using our skills, we need to add them to the particular agent, right? So whenever we paste our skill, we need to add this to the particular agent. So please click on Available in Agents tab. Please go to Available in Agents tab. And let's click on this plus here to select an agent. So as we'll be analyzing case, we'll choose a case resolution agent. So let's choose a case resolution agent. And let's click select. Let's click select. Okay, in case if you will not choose any agent, then you will be not able to use this particular skill. So that's why it is very, very important to choose the particular skill. So then it can slightly change, Gabriel, in case if we have multiple agents assigned to one skill, then we can get slightly different answers depending on this, what particular agent is doing. As for agents, we also have the some pre-prompts and roles. Okay, so depending on the role of the agent, AI will be behaving in a little bit different way. So in that case, if you have this particular skill assigned to a couple of agents, sorry, I will just come back to our feedback on analysis. So in that case, you can get slightly different answers depending on this, which agent will be used. And always our prompt is analyzed by AI, and based on our prompt, the agent will be chosen automatically, or in case if we are calling the agent, then we'll be able to choose the particular agent. So whenever we'll type add, we are able to call the particular agent. As you can see here, after typing add, I will be able to call the particular agent. So that will be basically the difference. All right, so having this agent case resolution assigned, we'll check how does it work. So this particular skill is very simple. So after assigning the agent, let's try to use it. So what we'll do, we'll create a new case and we will analyze its feedback. So let's go to our cases. Okay, maybe I will just use the search tool. Let's go to our cases and let's create a new case. Let's create a new case. Right? And I'm not sure if, okay. So here we'll do one more action. So whenever we are in our cases and we open the new record, we'll need to change this feedback notes field, okay? Because for now it is read only, and we would like to manually change this field. So let's click on this small cogwheel here in the top right corner. So we'll go to our Freedom UI designer. So let's go here. Let's go to the Freedom UI designer. So we would like to edit our form page of our cases. Okay, we would like to edit our form page of cases. Let's go to closure and feedback, closure and feedback. And here in our feedback notes, let's click on our feedback notes and let's uncheck read only. Let's uncheck read only. Let's uncheck read only. So after doing so, let's click save. And we'll refresh our environment. So let's save it. And refresh our environment. So let's make sure that we'll be able to provide feedback notes. Okay. All right, so here also we'll need to at first assign a particular contact. So from the contact, let's choose Andrew Baker. Let's choose Andrew Baker. So for the contact, let's choose Andrew Baker. And then for our feedback notes, let's use our feedback here. In the row 11 from our file, your team wasn't very helpful or responsive. I was hoping for more. And let's paste this one in feedback notes. Okay, let's save this particular record. Okay, we need to also set up the subject. So let's say the subject will be like a test. Okay, so please provide in subject because subject is also mandatory here. And please make sure that we have our feedback notes. Let's save this one. And after saving, let's open this newly created case. Let's open this newly created case. And now let's use our AI. So please make sure that you are creating the new chat, okay? Because of course, it will be taking into consideration also our current conversation. So let's create a new chat. So here in the top right corner, you can create new chat. And here, the easiest way to get to the particular skill is write its name, but I will type, let's say, a feedback tone. Feedback tone. And of course, you can get a different answers as that is a large language model. So as you can see, thanks to also to this particular action to our retrieve entity data, it is analyzing this particular case which is open. So I didn't need to write what is the case number and so on. I already have my information here. The feedback tone for this case appears disappointed and critical. The customer notes and lack of helpfulness and responsiveness expressing unmet expectations. This indicates a negative, frustrated, sentimental rather than neutral or positive. For more details or related actions, you can view this case record here. Okay, you could also get a different answer. Sometimes, in case if AI will not like 100% will recognize which case we would like to analyze. In that case, even if we'll write this case, then it will use this particular system action and will say, okay, all right, user wants to analyze this case, which is currently open. Can you also write in the chat if it is working for you and if you get this requested answers? Can you just let me know in the chat? Or maybe you have like a different answer or maybe something different happened. Okay. All right. So yeah, as you see, even if we are providing exactly the same data, we can get slightly different answers. Okay. All right, guys. So tomorrow we'll be upgrading this particular skill. Okay, we'll be modifying this and we'll get some more experience on this one. Also, we'll create our AI agent. But I would like to explain you one more thing. This what we experienced right now here in Creatio. Let me just run presentation. Just give me a second. Um, presentation is somewhere here. Okay, guys, so this what we are experiencing is actually a RAG concept, right? Retrieval augmented generation. So what it is about? For example, if in ChatGPT you will write, let's say, what is the best, let's say, car for me? In that case, ChatGPT will say, all right, I don't know what kind of needs do you have, if you have family, if you like to drive in we can say races, or you just need some car which is very efficient and so on, right? We don't have this particular context. And the same when we are working in our business cases, right? Sometimes we just need to provide some particular context to AI to get the proper answer. And of course, in case if we'll be just always writing to our AI, hey, let's analyze. Can you analyze this feedback tone? Then we'll get a response. But what should I analyze? Then we need to tell which particular column, right? We need to explain what is a contact column, what is our feedback notes, and so on and so on. So that's why we have experienced this particular prompt before prompt, right? So in that case, we can provide some particular prompt and context to our AI. And then whenever we will be getting our answer, we'll be asking for something, we'll be writing the main prompt. First of all, it will go through our pre-prompt, we can say. This is something what we did today. So first of all, we wrote our expectations. We wrote some context about this, what we would like to get. And after this, we wrote the particular prompt, like feedback tone analysis. Then we've got our answer. So that is the way how we are using AI in creation. So we are just not giving, we can say, a regular chat, but thanks to our skills. And tomorrow I will tell also a little bit more about our agents. But thanks also to the agents, we have some particular pre-prompts, and then we are able to get the particular answers. And that is a huge difference because in most cases for our users, whenever they will be trying to get, let's say, some feedback tone analysis, or let's say we have a salesperson who would like to prepare for the sales meeting, usually they would like to have some notes for the meeting with some particular elements. Maybe they like to have the notes in some kind of bullet points. Maybe they are always analyzing the particular purchase history and so on from the particular customer. So in that case, we can write a skill for sales meeting notes preparation, and we can pre-prompt this particular answer. So whenever the salesperson will write prepare notes, which will be our prompt, then first of all it will go through our pre-prompt through the skill. So then we will receive ready to use notes. So that is something what we experience right now, and that is the way how does it work in creation. Because honestly, adding just access to additional chat it's without, we can say, any sense, because at the same time our users can use external services. But thanks to this pre-prompts, we can get exactly this what we need much faster. And tomorrow we'll be diving a little bit deeper into this topic. So I believe that will be all for today. So I have 2 questions in my notes to prepare for tomorrow. And do you have any other questions related to this, what we are talking about today? All right. Okay, guys. So in that case, thank you so much for today's session and see you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Bye.